At this point in your franchise search, you have probably spoken directly with one or two, maybe multiple franchise companies, and you've discovered that you have to jump through hoops to obtain a copy of the FDD or franchise disclosure document. First, complete an application, attend one or more interviews, be approved, and then you have to sign to acknowledge receipt of the FDD. The reason for this is, of course, to restrict FDD information only to fully qualified candidates, supposedly. But more importantly, however, franchise companies have recognized that the more time you as a buyer have invested in the franchise before you see the data, the more likely you are to continue with the process and perhaps overlook minor flaws that may have initially deterred you from the opportunity. Now, the challenge for buyers is that franchise disclosure documents contain extremely valuable data that helps not only with deciding whether to buy a franchise or not, but also to identify which franchises you should spend time researching. For example, let's say the FDD indicated that the franchise closed 80 locations last year and has several lawsuits pending against its own franchisees. Now, in that case, that might be an opportunity that you would decide to avoid. But when you must engage with the franchise first, and after the salesperson's reassurances that everything is okay, you decide to continue. You see, the franchise companies want to control both the information and the process. And in these cases, the buyer never learns of the hundreds of other franchises that have not closed locations and perhaps demonstrate higher profitability and better alignment with their business goals. Now, what the franchise companies do not want you to know is that anyone can download FDDs for free on several government websites, which we'll show you in a moment. However, we do not recommend franchise buyers use this option, as there is another completely free alternative that makes more sense. And here is why FDDs on their own are not much help. Number one, you would have to download hundreds of these FDDs, collate and analyze the data, including store closures, average revenues, lawsuits, and much more, to find the best performing franchises. And number two, most buyers don't have sufficient understanding of the information in the FDD to know exactly what to look for. For example, what are liquidated damages? And how do they affect you? What is a non-disparagement clause, and how will it impact the information that you get from existing franchise owners? What are your own state's laws for community property and equitable distribution? And can the franchise company require your spouse to guarantee any potential default? Not understanding any one of these clauses can cause unnecessary financial grief. But there is good news, and something else franchise companies do not want you to know: that franchise brokers and consultants are available to you, the buyer, for free. Now, your broker not only can provide you with all of the FDDs, but they also have refined the data already of hundreds of franchise companies into a short list of top performing brands. And working with a broker consultant is similar to working with your real estate agent. And a broker can present you with multiple options, help you understand these FDDs, and align the best fully vetted franchises with your own skills, your goals, and your local market demand. They can also help you obtain access to any FDD before engaging with the franchise companies, so you can decide which brands are worth your valuable time to research. Here at Franchise Inspectors, we tell it like it is. We won't ever sugarcoat the data, and we'll let you know of any potential issues with any franchise that we have identified. And because we have access to hundreds of franchise opportunities, not just one, our goal is in alignment with your own, to find the best franchise for your situation. Going direct to the franchise, they are often going to tell you only the positives of their brand, and they most certainly will not advise you of other opportunities that might be a better fit. Over the past decade, we have helped hundreds of franchisees make better investing decisions. Feel free to check out our testimonials page, and to learn more about us and what we do, click the services link below. And we welcome the chance to work with you towards finding your best franchise choice and helping you avoid costly mistakes. Now, if you just need the FDDs, we have created a password-protected page with links to governmental institutions that provide databases of franchise disclosures. The link is at franchiseinspectors.com/FDD, and your free unlimited use password is FDD 2025.